morning and welcome to the August 19th Let's Talk. Hopefully you were all able to take a look at the Let's Talk from yesterday where we talked about the possible false positive. Again, as an update today, all things are still looking really good. Negative tests as we do our planned testing continue to come in negative. All of our tests from the healthcare center, case by case or for cause testing, all came in negative. The resident continues to have no symptoms, as do all the residents in the healthcare center. So again, hopefully you got to listen to that, but really good news. We feel like, again, we kind of been blessed, got lucky, and kind of dodged a bullet there. So nice to be able to report some good news on top of some of the other stuff we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis with COVID. Other good news is Arizona numbers continue to look really good. Arizona is trending in the right direction. We hope that trend continues. We know schools are starting to open this week and next week for in-person schooling. I tend to think we'll see a little uptick in numbers, hopefully not a big uptick and back to numbers like we had 30 days ago. So we're going to continue to move in the direction of reopening our campus. We're going to continue to move slowly and as smart as we can so that we don't take unnecessary risks. But we do know people want to get back to enjoying life as they had prior to COVID-19. So things that are happening, we have now opened Ocotillo back up on a limited basis. Seems to be going well. Starting next Monday, we have given people the option to opt into more housekeeping. When I talked to Nigel yesterday, he said we now have 35 people who have opted into that additional housekeeping. Again, as we look at the numbers in Arizona, we hope to be able to increase that back to where it was in the next 30 to 60 days. So hopefully not going through the end of the year with the restrictions on housekeeping that we have, but being able to get back to some sense of normal. We also have had lots of on-campus visits. That seems to be going real well. Obviously, families want to visit residents, and we want residents to be able to visit families. I see a number of people going off campus for 3 days to a week at a time to spend time with kids and grandkids. And again, I just think it's tremendous. I know the good that's done for me to be able to do that. Everybody I talk to, it's positive for them. So we're going to continue in that direction. I also have my team working hard, as we talked before, about having the on-campus visits put back in place so that in the very near future, if you're in independent living, you can have your kids, your daughters, your friend, your old neighbor, whoever it might be, come to your apartment, have that visit using the Abbott ID Now testing so that we can do an instant test to make sure the person isn't actively having the virus before we bring them on campus. We'll have more news on that, but again, that's one of our top goals, is to get those in-person contact visits on campus, again, as quickly as possible. Now, they'll be limited in the beginning. We can't have people in your apartment every day, at least not in the beginning, but again, we hope to be able to get back to some sense of normalcy in the very near future. One of the really cool things residents have started doing is the Heart to Heart project, and I was asked to show the flyer, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Hopefully you'll fill out the survey. I know we haven't got as many as we'd like to, but I think this is a great part of getting us back to where we were, and again, rebuilding our culture for those pieces that we've lost during COVID. And it starts with residents helping residents. So again, we administration really support this and thank Ms. Lindstrom and Mrs. Joanne Benzer for their work in making this happen and all their volunteers. So again, it's a program promoting happy, healthy residents for independent, assisted, and LIHRC residents. It's neighbors connecting to neighbors. The goal is to raise the spirits of residents, to establish resident neighborhoods to meet the needs of one another, to grow a network of friends doing together things they enjoy, and to help where help is needed. Last week, the surveys were distributed. We're still getting them back, and we would like more back. They're in your mailboxes again, so a second set of those have gone out. If you haven't already, please complete it and return it ASAP. If you need larger print, reception can get that for you. We intend the program to be primarily a social in nature, growing over time to return Westminster Village to the close family-like community culture we all came to Westminster Village to enjoy. Again, it may be a little bit different with the pandemic, but ultimately we want the old culture that we've had. So again, please turn this in. It's a great program. It's there to make sure we do get back to that place we want to be, which is Westminster Village, in February prior to this pandemic. Again, we're proud of where we're at, but we know, the restrictions we put in place to keep Westminster Village safe has absolutely had an effect on our culture. It's had an effect on every person who lives and works here and visits here. Their just our good feeling. It's had an effect with depression in some areas. It's just been a hard time, but again, we feel like we've done a lot of things right. There's things we would change, but overall, again, we feel Westminster Village, our residents and our staff are in a good place, but it's time to start getting back to who we are. The numbers in Arizona show that we have that ability to take a little bit more risk without putting people in danger. We have some better tools in place. So again, we hope you're going to start seeing, and again, I see it with the Let's Talks or the Let's Listens on Thursdays. I'm seeing more people in the hallways. I'm happy to see people following the mask rules and the shields where need be, the social distancing. But again, getting back to enjoying life here at Westminster Village is just an important thing for us, and we're going to work hard to keep doing that. And again, if there's things that you're missing, please let us know. I know Megan put a survey out, and there's things that we absolutely want to keep after COVID is over. But it is that time to get back to enjoying life, to make sure we're here because we want to be here, not just because it's a safe place, but because it's a great place to live and work. So thank you very much. Have a good day.